Hello everyone and welcome to another FOTN review. FOTN obviously stands for an incredibly bad acronym. No it doesn't, it stands for Fight of the Night. And yeah, this Fight of the Night was at the Barclaycard Arena in Hamburg, Germany. The second time that they've been to Hamburg. And I think the second time they've been to Germany all in all, I could be wrong. But yeah, they're there, and the Fight of the Night for this one was on the main card. It was Danny Roberts versus David Zawadi, whose nickname is Sagat, so props to that. And Danny Roberts, as we know, is nicknamed Hot Chocolate, so props to that. And this was a split decision win for Danny Roberts, and I'm going to tell you if I thought it was the right call and if I enjoyed the fight. So, yeah, that's the premise of the show done. Let's actually talk about the thing now. So round one starts, and it's actually a pretty good back and forth. Danny gets the first strike in with a really good right leg kick, and Zawadi lands some really good counter punches. And then there's a takedown. And the majority of this entire fight actually takes place on the ground. But it is one of the most exciting ground contests I've seen in a long time. Like, Danny Roberts, for the most part, when he took down David, he mounted up and landed some great elbows, especially left. Like, his left elbow from the mount was really, really good. It didn't open any cuts on Zawadi, so that's a testament to his toughness and probably the amount of Vaseline that might have been on his face to prevent injuries. But I'm going to chalk it up to his toughness instead, and yeah, there were some vicious elbows as well. Like, Danny was not holding back when he landed those, and they looked mean. They all landed as well, and, he landed some other good ground and pound. But the main story here was the transitions of Zawadi, like his sweeps especially. He got a really, really good triangle armbar attempt near the end of the first round, and almost got it. Danny Roberts got a guillotine choke early in round one, at some point in round one, so he wasn't without his submission attempts either. So yeah, that's basically how round one went. I sort of give it more to Danny Roberts for round one. I feel like he definitely had more of it. Round two was definitely a lot more difficult to call. It was a bit more stand-uppy. They spent more time on their feet than they did on the ground for this one. And there was a good back and forth. There was especially some good moments where they started swinging at each other. And eventually, Danny went for the takedown again, but Zawadi actually reversed it. It was a great reversal as well. Like, he managed to stuff it and just get on top and work his magic. He got a really good guillotine choke in. He got an amazing dust choke attempt at some point. I forget if it was round 2 or round 3. I know it wasn't round 1. It was round 2 or round 3, but he had an amazing dust choke, and he held that thing for like 30, 40 seconds. Kept rolling with it though, and Danny kept rolling against it to try and stop it, and he did. But yeah, there was still some good groundwork, still some really amazing transitions and sweeps, and good counter takedowns. Really good. It's basically been the same for all 3 rounds, except for round 3, definitely the most exciting round. Round 2, I definitely sort of give more to Zawadi, mostly for the submission attempts and for the great takedown defense, even getting his own takedowns. So, round 2, I definitely give him. And round 3 was more stand-up again, but it eventually went to the ground as it was inevitable. Really great back and forth on the ground. Danny Roberts, at some point, the referee for this fight was Leon Roberts, by the way, not related to Danny. And Leon Roberts has some new ink on him, which I didn't notice until I saw this fight, so really, really cool. Anyway, there was a point where David sort of had a half guard of some sort on Danny's back, and Danny was rolling, and he landed some 12-6 elbows on Zawadi's hip. And even though they were to the hip, which is not only one of the tougher parts of the human body, but they were sort of protected by Zawadi's shorts in a way, Leon Roberts warned Danny Roberts to not use them. And even I was thinking, yeah, no, that's probably a good idea. Like, 12-6 elbows, it is dumb that they're not in the UFC, but I completely saw Leon's point of view there. I absolutely agreed with him. Really good call from a really underrated ref. I like Leon Roberts. So, sorry about that. I thought my phone was ringing. Turns out it was just a noise outside. But yeah, really good back and forth in round 3. The round 3 was definitely where they spent the most time on their feet, and it was definitely the most even round, I think. Even though Danny would win by split decision, I definitely edged it out slightly in favour to him, I guess, but it wasn't really an easy round for him to come away with. especially when they were back on their thing. They just landed, like, for the last 20 seconds, they did that thing that usually caps off an exciting fight where they start swinging at each other madly with really, really good punches, and eventually Danny went for another takedown. He was caught in a guillotine, didn't tap. So, yeah, and eventually they toughed it out and made it to the final bell, and it was a split decision win for Danny Roberts, and I do agree with it. I feel like I don't really know if Zawadi really deserves all 3 rounds. I get that they're in Germany and Zawadi is the German fighter, whereas Danny Roberts is British, but I don't think he did enough to win all 3 rounds. I would definitely give him a 29-28 because Danny got the other two 29-28 rounds and that's how he won. But giving David a 3-round, 30-27, that just doesn't make a lot of sense to me, much like my own English sometimes. But yeah, I really enjoyed this fight a lot more than I thought I would. For something that was mostly a grand war, it was an exciting one. There were tons of submissions being thrown out. There was guillotines, especially. Really good armbars, really good triangles. The DOS choke from Zawada was definitely the highlight of the fight for me. He had that for a good 40 seconds, almost an entire minute, I would dare say, and Danny Roberts kept rolling with it and managed to escape. Even if he did tap out, though, I still think this would have won Fight of the Night, especially on a card that only had... Let's see, how many fights did it have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. It had 13 fights, 3 finishes. So, but yeah, I got nothing against this fight. Danny Roberts did an amazing job. David Zawada looked really, really good as well. I'm definitely going to try and keep my eye on him. So, yeah, this could be in my top 10 of the year, maybe. It's probably the best ground-based contest I've seen all year. I really liked it, and it's a sort of fight that other people call boring, but I have to disagree. I feel like if you can have a more technical ground fight and it's still exciting, I think that says a lot more about how good the UFC can be when they put on like certain fights. I know that they don't really set it up that way. It's not like a storyline or anything. It's just how the fight went in the moment. And there were some really good moments in a really, really good fight. So, yeah, it could be in my top 10 of the year. Probably. I don't really know. I just know that I quite enjoyed it. And I don't have a lot else to say. Just a solid 8 out of 10 I would give this. Solid 8. I really, really liked it. I don't really have a lot of problems with it. Just good stuff. And I'll see you all. Yeah, might as well end it now. I'm going to see you all probably next week for another fight. Once again, I tried to call the fight of the night for this one and didn't get it right, so... Oh god, the main event is between Andy Alvarez and Dustin Poirier. Oh, there's some good fights. There's some good fights on the next card. Do I dare? Oh, Jordan Main is on the card, and he always gets fight of the night, pretty much. Oh god, there's so many good choices. I'm going to go for the co-main event between Jose Aldo and Jeremy Stephens as the next fight of the night for the next card. I could be wrong. I probably will be wrong, because I often get these wrong. But I'm calling that one. I don't care if I'm wrong. And I'll see you all next week on Sunday. Will it be Sunday? Yes, it will be. For the next UFC Fight Night card review. Is it a Fight Night card? It is. No, it's a UFC Unbox card. I'll see you all then. Thank you for listening. You're awesome. Bye bye.